Good morning, everyone. Hello, and welcome to the program. My teeth look great today. Mm. No, they look great. That's fantastic. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the program. This is me. My name is RJ, and I'll be making coffee in my underwear. Sometimes it's been. First of all, as you notice, I'm back in Studio A, which is fun. I'm sure I will be back in Studio B at some point in the near future. Nevertheless, I kind of feel like I've been focusing so heavily on the banter and the boisterousness that I haven't been, making the coffee early, and then I forget to make the next press, and I take it personally because I'm the one doing it, and I'm ashamed about that. So, today I want to be fun and full of mirth, but also hard work and productivity. Leo says, good morning, everyone. Hope all is good for all. Well, no, all is not good, ever. Some things are good, and some things are bad. And this is like my theory that I'm testing out for like the past couple of years. Everything in life is a little good and a little bad. Everything. Ty said, happy Sunday. Good morning, RJ. I hope you're doing well. Well, I'm doing a little good and a little bad. Val said, good morning, darlings. A fine emoji. Aaron said, morning, friends, like the true caffeine baby I am. I had half a cold brew yesterday at 4 p.m. and it kept me up until 3 a.m. Holy shit. Usually they say don't have it after 6 p.m. It'll mess with your night. That has not been the case for me. But they also say, I'd love to know how much caffeine was actually in it, whether you're just sensitive or was it a lot. Because, it'll have like a half-life. So if I drink this and it has like 100 milligrams of caffeine, I think in 3 hours from now, I'll still have 50 milligrams of caffeine in my system. Oh, science. Nail said, give me a moment. I'm watching the ads. Well, she's here now. Liz said, good morning, RJ and chat. Ty said, your hair is so long. Wow. Yeah, so much for getting. Remember when I got it cut only a couple of weeks ago? But I'm growing this out because she was like, if you cut this short, then it's just going to be at that awkward length again. She's like, just go. And I was there for like 5 minutes. Same price, though. Clarence said, hi, RJ. How are you doing today? I'm wearing my mellow yellow briefs. I'm wearing my tangerine briefs. I do think it's tangerine and not like an orange. I have nothing to compare it to. Well, this is red, right? And then this is, I would say this is a tangerine. I don't have an actual tangerine. Oh, I do. Wait one moment. Is this fucking apropos or what? Get a load of these babies. Huh? There's your GIF. Yeah, I would say it's tangerine. Could be a little lighter. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, I don't even know if these are tangerines or clementines, but now I think we're really getting into semantics. Neil said, good morning, beautiful cult members. Chris put a cat in a box for some reason. Sean said, good morning, everybody. RJ, last night I watched Vince McMahon on Letterman as a backstage reporter in 1985-ish. It was so strange. Have you ever seen it? Yes. Is it the one where he's talking about the delivery of the New Year's baby from the hospital? Because I have seen it, and I think for a little bit there, they maybe wanted to use him as, because it was NBC, and NBC owned USA, and he was hosting, I guess, Tuesday Night Titans, and that was all coming together. And then there's an interview with him where he's a guest a couple years later. That's also a little awkward. But I think I thought it was very funny. I thought they used him very well in like the polar opposite of a Larry Bud Melman kind of way. Marty Jackson, first time watching. Hi. You know what? And if it's your last, I want you to enjoy it. Even if you said this is not for me, I want you to enjoy this. So welcome, Marty. Neil said, welcome, Marty. Sean said, hi, Marty. Glenn said, move over. Undertaker on Hot Ones. RJ is in Tangerine. Honestly, how long is it going to be till the Undertaker does coffee and underwear? He's on the trajectory of doing the shows, and I have one. First, you know what I mean? He's going to be like, Austin did it? Shit. I guess I have to now. Spot Center said, what was bad about Charlie Callis? Ooh, great question. So Kari said, good morning. Good morning to her. He never told any jokes. He just really made noises. He also got criticism because his main bit, I think, was basically making fun of just someone who maybe had a stutter or was not mentally well. That was like his main act. And he just did voices. That's pretty much it. What? Like he would do stuff like that. And the voices would be based around, like the bits would be based around just the voices. Jerry Lewis loved him and put him in a lot of movies. And so did Johnny Carson. And he was on the Dean Martin roast, and he was not that funny. But still, I liked him. SM said, good morning. Back home, I see RJ. Did you watch Animaniacs? First episode of the new season mentioned resurrecting B. Arthur to make a reboot of The Golden Girls darker. Well, obviously, I wrote on it, but I've not seen it. I mean to. I will. It looks fantastic. And I also go, if they're doing it right, like what's every other reboot's excuse? I hated the reboot of Rocko's Modern Life, by the way. And I love Rocko's Modern Life, but it was not my favorite. So I go, what's the excuse? Animaniacs are doing it. Deb said, good morning, it's Undertaker Day. You can just call it Under Day. Or Taker Day. Something like that. I think it would be more of his night. It's weird to think of him at 9:30 in the morning. Let's just make it Undertaker night. And it'll fit the motif. Neil said, ha, he had to get 2 tangerines. Missy said, good morning. Chris said, peaches. Deb said, that's Corrections Department Orange. Yes, and I'm on the new season of Tangerine is the New Black. Neil said, that's the kind of gift I usually ask permission to post. Well, you have my permission. Glenn said, now I have she don't use jelly going through my head. Rye said, look at you and your darling Clementines. That song is horrendously mean, if you've ever heard the lyrics. Sean said, it was very funny, but you couldn't tell if Vince was in on the joke. It was, but that's also the same with like most Letterman bits like that. Leo said, Stan insect counts were discussed last week, and I found David Arquette ones, but also an RJ City one that hasn't posted since 2013, and for some reason is hilarious. Can you please send it to me? I would love to go through and know what my fans were doing then, and at what point they decided, well, I'm not going to get any more out of this guy. Nicholas said, greetings, cult. Speaking of the cult, today is the last day to get your questions in for the Key to the City members. I'm doing an Ask RJ tomorrow morning. I'm recording it, so you have until tonight, I guess. Or so. Well, you have until tomorrow morning, I guess. So get them in. Go to the community thing. You'll see the post and just blah, 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 right? Adam said, yeah, Rocko's Modern Life was decent. The reboot was decent in the background. It was okay. Nail said, when something you love is rebooted, it's weird. You have to watch, even if you hate the new stuff. And sometimes it's just so much, and the old ones are beloved, that it's all just superfluous. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, we got it already. You've saturated the market, and now you're oversaturating it. Nicholas said, I thought the Rocko's Modern Life episode had a good message. I wasn't decrying the message. Frank said, what's up, RJ? You prefer 80s Survivor Series pay-per-views compared to what the pay-per-view is now? I loved the intro songs with a saxophone. Nail said, did you go back to Canada to avoid Thanksgiving and the forced fun and gratitude? Well, hopefully no one is doing that either. Hopefully no one is having any fun of any kind. I think it's for the best. Aaron has a wonderful request inspired by the Grey Gardens. Those Grey Gardens figures that I tweeted about. Okay, let me read. She wants to hear T for Two. And I know the T for Two and Two for T, but I don't know the full thing. Is this it? T for Two, Irving Caesar. T for Two. Oh, okay, yeah. And I don't know the lyrics, so I'm gonna get through this. We're gonna read this. This is very interesting for me. Okay, and I don't know how this melody goes. I'm discontented with homes that are rented, so I have invented my own. Darling, this place is a lover's oasis where life's weary chase is unknown. This is a real poem here. Far from the cry of the city, where flowers pretty caress the streams, cozy to hide in, to love side by side in, don't let it abide in my dreams. Picture you upon my knee. Just tea for two and two for tea. Just me for you and you for me alone. Nobody near us to see us or hear us. No friends or relations on weekend vacations. We won't have it known, dear, that we'll have a telephone, dear. This is a very modern song. I love to never tell people I have a phone. Day will break and you'll awake and start to bake a sugar cake for me to take for all the boys to see. Oh, I see, you mean children. We will raise a family, a boy for you, a girl for me. Oh, can't you see how happy life would be? You are revealing a plan so appealing, I can't help but falling for you. Darling, I planned it. Can't you understand it? It's yours to command it, so do. All of your schemes I'm admiring. They're worth desiring, but can't you see? I'd like to wait there for some future date, dear. It won't be too late, dear, for me. Picture you upon my knee. Just tea for two and two for tea. Just me and for you and you for me alone. Nobody near us to see us or hear us. No friends or relations or weekend vacations. We won't have it known, dear, that we'll have a telephone, dear. Day will break and you'll awake and start to bake a sugar cake for me to take to all the boys to see. We'll raise a family, a boy for you, a girl for me. Oh, can't you see how happy life would be? That's remarkably weird, all those lyrics. Holy shit. And I have to say, for a song titled Tea for Two, it's only mentioned twice in that entire song. And there's a lot of other things going on. You could have easily called it Bake a Sugar Cake. So, Aaron, I hope you enjoyed that. Sean said, oh, I got to think of good questions. Nail said, be quick, Sean. He only posted it yesterday, so I think he's hoping we don't give him many questions. I actually, Nails, I messed up the calendar, and I thought we had an extra week. Like, I thought I could post it next week and have a full week to record the video, but I don't. It's entirely my fault. Spot Center said, did you have a favorite team on Legends of the Hidden Temple? And was Olmec the Rock before Rocky Maivia? He's the Rock now, as far as I'm concerned. I thought Kirk Fogg was excellent in his EMS gear. I just watched the history of that show, and I think the Orange Iguanas, apropos, were the team that won the most ever. And I feel like the Silver Snakes or something never won. SM said, ooh, I just realized the icon next to my name has changed, and it looks wonderful on you. Missy said, Saved by the Bell reboot coming this week. I don't give a shit about Saved by the Bell before this, and I'm not going to give a shit about it now. It wasn't good, and I hate when enough time has passed. They're like, let's do a reboot, and we'll call that old thing shitty. And it's like, no. How about you apologize to people? Carmack said, I can't bring myself to watch the Supermarket Sweep reboot yet. It's not the same. Leo said, I insta-DM'd you my 2012-2013 Stan account. Enjoy. Thank you. Adam said, RJ, suppose Undertaker had been accompanied by Paul Lynde. Well, I guess then he'll just have to rest in peace. Oh, yes. I enjoyed that far too much. Neil said, I like to think we're all RJ Stan accounts, really. Not quite. Sean said, wake and bake with the boys. That's what I'm talking about. Or something. So Kari said, Supermarket Sweep reboot isn't bad. I quite enjoyed it. Well, so Kari has made a fine recommendation now. Nail said, this is one hell of a remix. So Kari said, I couldn't sit through the new DuckTales. Couldn't put my finger on what was wrong. Maybe it's because I'm almost 40. But it just didn't have the same spark. Yeah, maybe you changed, so Kari. You ever think about that? You ever think about that your innocence has been gone enough to you can no longer enjoy a group of ducks? Nail said, as an English person, all I can think of now is a nice cup of tea. Nails, you're so weird. You're in New York. You do these nails. Like there's always like an unraveling with you. Where I'm like, I have no idea who this person is at all. It's like she does nails. Don't know what she looks like. Lives in New York. And then has a husband who does this wonderful art. And then, oh yeah, she's British. He's just adding shit. Either this is the biggest catfish and you're some guy who lives down the block. Po Girl says, I used to sing I used to sing this many years ago. I was a fan of Tiny Tim. I met him once and I gave him vintage sheet music I have. That's so adorable. There's such a, wonderful, beautiful sadness about his career. And, talk about a guy who you would never think would become anything. And then there is something so nice about the way he sings and his whole thing. And then he got married on The Tonight Show, I think. And then I feel like a lot of people just took advantage of him. He became like in that kitschy department where he would show up at different, I feel like in modern times he would have been on a bunch of reality shows. And then I actually saw a video from one of his last performances. I can't remember if it was a video or a picture or something. It was just sweet. I always found him very sweet. He also starred in a very bad horror movie called, if I'm not mistaken, Blood Harvest. Adam loves the supermarket sweep reboot. Okay, there we go. Okay, Spot Center has an acting request. 60 seconds of Travolta selecting not only the type of meat at the deli counter for an upcoming event with Sweat Hogs, but the precise width of the slice. All right, let me put the timer on. Put 60 seconds on the clock. John Travolta at a deli. Hey, man, I see that you got some of the good ham, but do you have any of the Black Forest, man? Because that's the place to go. That is the coolest place. Do you have any of the Black Forest? No, then what about like a mortadella, man? Is there any like a mortadella or a roast beef? Oh, you have roast beef. That's great. Is it from the forest too, the same Black Forest? Because I like Black Forest roast beef, man. It's pretty cool. If you know what I mean. My friends all want to have it. They say we go into the Black Forest. They say, you bring some Black Forest roast beef, bring some Black Forest roast turkey, and bring maybe some mortadella. But you gotta slice it thin, man. I need it thin. You know what I mean? Like a paper made of tissues, like tissue paper. You know what I mean? Just like this big. Not like this big, just maybe like, this big, it'll be good. Anyway, how much does that come to? Okay, then you know what, maybe half of that. I don't have that much money on me. I just got a little change, And scene. Wonderful. That's going to make a great supercut one day. All these turns. Leo said, it isn't my stand-up, by the way. I did not make it. I believe you. Nail said, let's reboot City After Dark with a different host and get together Sundays to talk about how disappointing it is. I've said this before. City After Dark would be great with Dalton Castle. It would pretty much be the same show. SM says, since it's Taker Day, I was there for 2015 Survive Series, his 25th anniversary, attended despite a bomb threat to the building early in the day, was asked if I was homeless as I walked to my car, and you said, no, I have this car, like a big shot. I was at WrestleMania 20 in Madison Square Garden, and I've never reacted. I was with my cousin so loudly. It was like the biggest pop, like personally, I had made is when Paul Bearer came out. Just this man in a suit with a white face and a black mustache, holding an urn, and just the right part of my childhood had returned. I don't think I made that same reaction ever again in my life. That was my peak, and I should have closed up shop after that. Val said, I love Nail. She's probably one of my favorite internet friends. Well, that is so sweet. Nail said, I wish I didn't have a profile picture now. You know what sucks? It's hard to click on these profile pictures, so I can't really see them. You can't blow them up like you can on Facebook or Twitter. SM said, you're so weird. You're in New York and you do these nails. And it's weird. Poe Girl said, picture Tiny Tim on a reality show with Miss Vicky. Picture him with Vicki Lawrence. Leo said, remember Jerry Lawler destroying Tiny Tim's ukulele or that weird song he sang about Santa? I don't remember that song at all. With Christmas shoes? Nail said, these 60-second acting segments are the greatest. Thank you. Poe Girl said, Lawler really did that? Yeah, I believe it was on the episode of The King's Court. I assume it was on Monday Night Raw. But what a weird... I would like to talk to whoever put that together. Adam has a request. Could you, if not so bothered, cut a promo as Paul Lynde telling Paul Lynde as Paul Bearer telling The Undertaker that Kane is still alive? Okay. Undertaker, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Do you remember your brother from a while ago at the funeral home? Remember how you thought he was dead? Well, it turns out he was just resting. Kane, he's still alive. He's still alive. Oh, yes. I hope that sufficed, Adam. That was great. That's my new act. Nail said, if you hear a really loud manly laugh from up the road, it's just weirdo me laughing at you. Thank you, Nails. Rye said, I love Blood Harvest. Vinegar Syndrome did a beautiful 4K restoration from the 16mm camera negative. I've only seen a shitty version, but I'll have to seek that out. Thank you, Rye, for surprise. You're always, if I mention a movie, you're like, here are the facts about the production end of the movie, and I love it. It's my favorite. Rye also has like glasses. If you've seen his profile picture, that I'm jealous of. I like to wear glasses as a lark, and then he wears these real ones that are better than mine. Nicholas said that Travolta impression was fantastic. Bravo, RJ. Leo said, what about City After Dark with James Ellsworth? I just saw him. He's twitching. He's streaming on his Twitch, and he's twitching on his stream. Nail said, the people in this chat have the greatest memories. Adam said, speaking of white faces like Paul Bearer, I was at Survivor Series 2014 when Sting debuted. It was that long ago? Holy shit. Oh, and Christmas Shoes, worst song plot. Yeah, remember when he came out and sang Christmas Shoes? That was not what the audience wanted at all. Nails is crying, laughing. Adam said, perfect. Spot Center said, for Tinker Day, I took my 5 and 7-year-old children to see him versus that Mankind fella in some sort of cage-like cell structure in Pittsburgh. I think it was a gazebo. I think it was a fenced-in gazebo. A 5-year-old and a 7-year-old. And how long have they been in therapy since? OSWF said, bravo. Leo said, you could ask Lawler about it. PC culture is destroying wrestling, and you couldn't do that today. Yeah, you got to respect somebody's ukulele today. Aaron said, wow, that was art. Val said, I'm going to a museum today to see a traveling Muppets exhibit, and I'm really excited about it. Last time I was in New York, I tried to see it, but it was in some remote part of Queens, and I couldn't get there, and I was really upset about it. And another time, there was that, I think it was this moving exhibit. It was in, it was at one of the libraries in New York. And I said, oh, my God, the library is close. We can go in, and it's free and whatever. And it turned out we went to the wrong library. And we didn't have enough time to go to the other library. Let me make a little coffee at some point, because I want, oh, yeah, I have to talk about this. I was gifted this wonderful Bean Bastards coffee. The name of it is Red Rum. It has guava, blackcurrant, dark chocolate. It's been sitting in the French press all night. It's from Kenya. It's a medium roast. It's a whole bean and 12 ounces, and I, had to grind it. It's a small batch, that thing. And it was distributed by these nice people named Canada Street Coffee, who are not Canadian, or maybe they are a little bit, but I think they're in the Buffalo area. It was given to me by my friend Brian, and then the guy who sold it wrote this little note. RJ, I hope you enjoyed this coffee as much as I have. Thanks, Mark. And that's adorable. So thanks to everyone involved, including this bastard here. You can go look at them, Canada Street on their Instagram, and then Bean Bastard. You'll find a bunch of nice things. I love the logo. It's so nice. All right. Let's get to pressing. And I just realized I forgot to put out a mug from, oh no, I have a mug here. Here we go. I'm not even giving you a shot of the coffee because it's not important. It's about the squat, and it's about the effort I put into it and how nice my teeth look today. Let me pour this. I also, sadly, although maybe not sad for all of you because some of you find it disgusting, I'm out of bulletproof. But I have a little bit of this. I like the coconut, but there was none there, so I have the almond. Just a dash. But let me taste this on its own. That's nice. Okay, good. Oh, I like it like this. Maybe I don't need anything in it right now. Griff said, hi, RJ. I wonder if you could sing Happy Birthday to my friend Mark. Is it the same Mark? Who knows? But Happy Birthday is a song I love. and it's near and dear to my heart, and we all know how it goes. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Today is your birthday. It's the day you were born. Don't be sad and please don't mourn. It's your birthday and I'm here to say happy birthday to you today. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Your name is Mark. Happy birthday, happy birthday. I mean this sincerely and not as a lark. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday today. I want to do, let me do my impression of a waiter who has to sing happy birthday every time there's a birthday at a restaurant and he doesn't want to because it's annoying. Okay, hold on. Okay. That was a waiter who does not want to sing happy birthday. Adam said Sting singing Christmas shoes. No. Nail said, oh, Griff paid. He can't say no. I love when people ask on Twitter and he replies no. It's so annoying when people do that. Griff said, do they ask that on Winter? What? Oh, yes, they do ask that on Twitter a lot. And it's but I never do it. Sean said a single 12-ounce bean. I love it when it's just all one big nug. And you hold it like this, like a football. You can throw it. Val said, Nails, I'll take pictures and probably post anything cool on the Twitter. That is so nice. I'm going to cry if I ever see a Kermit. You know, I'm in that where I'm like, I don't know, where my head is. Leo said, you ever notice that all the Insta pages of well-known and hot female wrestling fans are always followed and liked by the same male wrestlers? Yes, I have. Spot Center said, did Mama City have any family Christmas traditions involving going out to view a certain light display or town tree holiday concert? No, we were just food-based. My grandmother would make these strufala balls every year and drizzle them in honey and put sprinkles on them, and they would last for months. That I just remember the food. Ty said, damn, it's a shame you're not drinking lumpy, chunky coffee. And our dear friend David Arquette is here. It's about depressing. I'm driving, so I can't comment, but I love you all. Nail says, we love you too, David. David, just listen to this like it's some sort of old-timey radio program. Only the shadow knows. Which is probably something so old that your grandfather listened to it. Nail said, we love you too. Panda's grandma said, RJ, have you gotten Dalgona coffee? No, I have absolutely no idea what that is. Sean said, why do I feel like somebody just told the waiter it's Mark's birthday? Val said, good morning, David. Ooh. Girl Shine says, please sing Tiptoe Through the Tulips in memory of Tiny Tim. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the lyrics. Oh, yes, okay. Tiptoe, tiptoe through the window, tiptoe through the window, by the window, that's where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. Oh, tiptoe by the garden, in the willow tree, just tiptoe through the tulips with me. What nationality was he? And then this part, the medley, I don't know, but whatever. Knee deep in the flowers we'll stray, we'll keep the showers away, and if I kiss you in the garden, in the moonlight, will you pardon me and tiptoe through the tulips with me? At least they had reference about not wanting to ruin someone's garden. Knee deep in the flowers will stray. I don't know how this part works. We'll keep the showers away. And if I kiss you in the garden, in the moonlight, will you pardon me and tiptoe through the tulips with me? That's so sweet. Will you pardon me? That's adorable. It's adorable, and he seemed so kind and sad. It makes me sad thinking about it. I'm gonna be fine. Missy loves you too, David. Jordan is late but present. Sean said, hey, yo, David. Nail said, we could clip that song and use it for wrestling marks. We could be millionaires. Not quite. Adam said, will RJ City evolve into RJ State or RJ Country? RJ Country could be your spaghetti Western character. Well, lest we forget, old wrestling has my great ancestor, RJ Metropolis, one of the greatest silent actors of our time, until the talkies came along, of course. Speaking of, my Key to the City members get exclusive videos every week, and they're usually me reading Hollywood Babylon. And you're going to enjoy the downfall when the stock market crashes and the talkies come in and how depressing everything gets. So buckle up, everyone. Spot Center said, great waiter. Thank you. Griff said, thank you. That was actually from Mark Ruffalo, by the way. Heel turn. Well, I take it back. Not happy birthday. Sad birthday, Mark Ruffalo. Because I don't think you're a very good person. And my friend who's listening to this right now while he's driving completely agrees with me. Asshole. Hey, you know what? I was a waiter at some point, Sean, and I was a good one because I was low maintenance. And my trick was I would tell you what was not good on the menu so you would trust me. You'd be like, this guy's giving us the inside track. SM said, I resisted the urge to reply to the girl on Twitter who wanted you to wish her a happy birthday, that you would if she would purchase a Cameo. And people do purchase birthday cameos all the time. And you know what I get a lot of? It's so weird. Like happy anniversary cameos. And like, can you talk to my husband about this? Can you talk to my wife about this? I'm a real mediator on Cameo, and it's adorable. OSWF, apropos of nothing, said Stroop Waffle is so underrated. Spot Center said, your grandmother made sweaty balls? Basically, yes. Nail said, Griff, can we Nail said, can we sacrifice Griff? I've been in this cult almost a year, and I've yet to be a part of a human sacrifice. Maybe we could do an inhuman sacrifice if there's a doll or something. Clint said, hello there again, RJ. How are you today? And wow, you're back in the kitchen, and tell me why. I love you like I do. Sean said, I saw that heel turn coming a mile away, Griff. I was hoisted by my own Jean-Luc Picard. Julio said, please, this beard is going to kill me. It's going away soon. Relax. Pando's Grandma said, Dalgona coffee is whipped instant coffee mixed in with the cold beverage of your choice, but I want coffee. You know what I mean? I want coffee. I'm going to mix instant coffee with coffee. Missy and Nails are both aghast at Griff. Yolanda says, yay, I made it. Good morning. And if you were a wrestler or you want to just have a nice pair of pants, Yolanda will design them for you. And this is what kind of pants look good, which is adorable. And look at her. Go click on her business. She does a fine job. I was on your website yesterday for some reason. Sometimes I just like to know what everyone's gear is up to. I like to browse and see what else is going on. It's nice. And I'm jealous of Drake Maverick's jacket. Just for home use. I don't want to wrestle in it. Sean said Mark Ruffalo was the third man. That's for sure. Oh, SM and Aaron are posting tulips. Nail said the catchphrase of the year, fuck Mark Ruffalo. Ty said, I heard you're playing Streets of Rage on hard. How's that going? Are we dying a lot? Me and Jessamine Duke privately, because we played, I think, maybe too much Streets on YouTube, are playing Streets on hard mode. And it's actually going it's weird. Some parts are hard, clearly, obviously, and then some parts feel like they're easier than others. We're getting close. There wasn't that much of a leap. Once you beat the game on medium, I feel like you're kind of ready for this. Jeff said, RJ, you ever been to Grand Island, New York? Yes, I have. I feel like I wrestled there, and it wasn't that grand. Any place that tells you grand or gorgeous lake is not, they have to say that in the name because it's not. You know what I mean? Welcome to Beautiful Town. It's just the most hideous. Major FOMO said, ever hear of a Garofalo? You mean Janine Garofalo? Then yes, I have. Panzo's Grammar said, today's matinee medley is brought to you by Bluestone Perennials, the home of tulips, roses, and petunias, and more. Call now for your Christmas deliveries. Leo said, what would you do if David finally got you on a chat show, but it was the Eric Andre show? Good luck with that. I would love it. I feel like Eric will take one look at David and say, well, what is up with this guy? He's weird. Julio has a request, and Julio's profile picture is of David. He said, hi, sing Bola Rebola from Anita. It's a song I love so much. So much. And it's so close to my heart as it is to pretty much everyone in this chat. So you can all join in and sing along. Bola, Rebola, I hope you don't know, la, that I'm coming to see you today. Bola, Rebola, I hope you don't know that I'm coming to stay your way. Bola, Rebola, your name is in my heart. Bola, I think of you and my heart starts to start and flutter and fleet and fly and flow. And there's one thing that I want you to know. Bola, Rebola, I'm coming to stay. But I did not bring my own towel. Bola, Ebola, Bola, Rebola, I pray let you dry me as I sing this song filled with consonants and some vowels. Bola, Rebola, I'm terribly wet, and I need your towel to dry me. If you think I am joking, I'm standing at your door. If you don't believe me, just try me. That was Bola Rebola from Anita, one of my favorite plays. Poe Girl says, thank you, Tiny RJ. It was so sweet and so respectful. Julio said, why you hate Mark Ruffalo so bad? He's not a good person. SM said, sad birthday. Sean said, the fish and chips is a tragedy. Don't say I didn't warn you. Oh, yes, that's me as a waiter. I get it now. And I would lean in like that. SM said, what's the weirdest cameo request you ever received? Maybe you saved a marriage. I think I did. It was a wife to be. And she said, I'm going to play this. I'm going to send this to my husband before he walks down the aisle. Like on our wedding day, before we get married, I know he's going to be nervous. Can you talk to him? And I took it upon myself, and I hope it worked. I don't even know when the wedding was. Maybe it got canceled with everything that's been going on. Jordan said, I bet the zebra would gladly be a sacrifice. It's fun to sacrifice a zebra. Sean said, hoisted by my own Picard. Done. Throwing the iPad away. Oh, Lord. I've missed all the... How did we miss this? Oh, yes. Okay. Leo said, Mark McGrath is the best cameo game. He's off the charts, but always in your hearts. He will dump your partner for you. Well, yeah, I mean, I'll do that too. Positively E said, you look good in orange. It's Tangerine. Sean said, you absolute jackass. How dare you be so funny? Goddamn. Ty said, don't shave all December and see how long you can grow it. This is, I think, it. Neil said, Rob got me an RJ birthday cameo, and he mocked me for not asking for it free on live stream, and then he had a long rant about Jesus. It was awesome. You know what's more awesome is that I have just zero recollection of it. Julio said, don't shave. This beard is going to kill in a good way. Leo said, what's the best gear you have owned? I like my last pair that I only wore once, and then everything happened. It's that like shiny pleather black and purple. I like the simplicity of it all. It makes me very happy. And I have a few pairs that I haven't even worn. And there's another pair that is truly, truly my favorite. It's a tag team pair for me and David, and we've been forbidden to warn them. We've been forbidden to wear them, and one day the world will know our story. Julio said, my birthday is December 18th. You better do a special live for me. I've already forgotten the date. Spot Center said, where can we find the address? Saying you coffee for Christmas. You can message me. I can send it to you. You should never have to pay for coffee. Your money is no good here, sir. Well, I mean, it is. Panda's grandma said, ooh, we should get him a coffee Christmas calendar, 24 different beans. Sean said, ooh, that would be just beans come out of every little cardboard door you open. Sean said, David sort of feels like the ideal Eric Andre. I feel like if he was a guest on the show, he's too much of Eric, close to the Eric Andre side of the spectrum. Deb Housen joined Citizens United. Deb Housen, enjoy your adorable little badge, number one. And number two, enjoy using all the emojis that you can now use in the chats and the premieres of all of my videos. Also, is your name actually Deb Housen or is your name Deb and you added Housen? Should I mention, you should really just add Velzen. You should be Deb Velzen. Speaking of, there is a Dan Housen face filter on Instagram. I guess you have to type it in. If you go through the filters enough, the face filters, there'll be a search. I guess you have to type in Dan Housen, and then you'll see it. Sean said, welcome, Deb Housen. Very nice, very culty. I'm Van Velzen. See, it's just like that, and you don't recognize me anymore. Nicholas said, what a classic tune. Fond memories of this song as a child. Nell said, never, ever leave Housen, Deb. You're one of us, Velzen. Rye said, David maybe can get you on the Robin Bird show. I want to get on Vicki Lawrence's daytime talk show, Vicki, with an exclamation mark. Val said, welcome to the cult. Macy said, welcome to the cult, Deb. It was for a cult. It's very welcoming. Deb said, this is the one cult I'll be happy to be a part of. That's what everyone says in the beginning of a cult. Neil said, I sang along word for word, but in a different key. Todd Simmons did this for some reason, maybe because I did it. Your Majesty Don said, who is hyped for The Undertaker's farewell tonight? I'm not hyped for it. It's sad. Why would it be hyped? Yeah, goodbye. It's not, it's almost like Letterman when that was coming and you're like, okay, let me manage my emotions to try not to cry. I'm there. I'm going to sing one more for my baby, one more for the road. Rice had lots of breakups going on, sadly. Well, not sadly. Maybe it's for the best. There's also a lot of unhappy relationships that are continuing forever. SM said, so are you engaged yet, RJ, for the sake of registering for gifts? If so, drop the link. I'm not engaged yet, nor do I have a registry, which what I think would primarily contain SCTV DVDs. So if you find any of those, just send them my way. Nicholas said, instead of an Undertaker farewell tonight, there should be an RJ introduction special. Hello, how are you? This is who I am. Leo said, have you ever been dumped by text or DM? Yes. It's fine. I don't understand why you would want to. I've also been like dumped post-dinner. You have dinner with the person and then you're on the way home and it's like, I'm like, well, what did we do this shit for? Why don't you just text me? I think I prefer the text way. Sean said, there's a cameo I have bookmarked on Twitter where the Sandman starts to wish someone a happy birthday and realizes halfway through doing so that it is his own birthday. That's amazing, and I can't believe I haven't seen it yet. Positively E said, like a stash with a nice manscape. Nails said, Sean, what? We all need to see this tag RJ or something so we can find it. Spot Turner said, ever wrestle in bare feet or in bare feet? in a cosplay run-in. I've been in bare feet if I'm in training or something, or before a show and I had to run into the ring for some reason. But I don't think I've ever wrestled like straight up barefoot. Not even as a joke, like some sort of gimmick of some kind, because it's weird and gross. Nails is using all the right emojis. Positively E said David would ham it up on RJ. I'd kill the. He's a walking ham. Sean said I never thought I'd be the guy. A Black Forest ham. That's a good callback. That was Paul Lynde and John Travolta at the same time. Sean said I never thought I'd be the guy to complain that the channel needs more emojis, but the channel needs a few more emojis. So at a certain level, I'm at that point where I need like more members at any level, because you can only if you're at a certain number of members, then you get some more emojis, and I think we maxed these out. So my other option is also to maybe, if I add new ones, I'd have to take away some. So if there's any that you hate, maybe I could do that too. But stay the course, everyone. It's coming quite nicely. Well, you got Debhausen and everything. Sean said we're 6 months in. We've got David and a lime. That's better than other channels. Pantos Grandma said there's no underwear emoji. Julio said I once tagged you in a picture of me saying my hair was inspired by you, and you said it was not emo enough. Do you remember that? Well, now I do. Val said, I'm Van Velzen. That's a lot of V. Oh, I'm Val Velzen. Yeah, well, it's tricky. You have to master it. Nell said, Van Velzen hacking RJ's Twitter and using the Danhausen face filter amused me a lot, Velzen. That guy's a menace. Yolanda said, RJ, have you done any voice acting? I'm surprised I have not heard your voice on any cartoon program. Well, certainly the cartoons I did, the great moments in wrestling, were all my voice. And at some point, they kept trying to do a Splat-A-Lot cartoon, and nothing happened. But other than that, I don't think so. And that's sad, Yolanda. So thanks for fucking depressing me. Shit. Yolanda said, I agree, RJ, the closer the Take a Farewell gets, the sadder it makes me. So just like, no one's like, no, it's going to be sweet. Although I'm very excited to see Savio Vega. Julio said, when will you come to Brazil? What reason do I have to go there? I'm not deriding the country. I'm just asking you, why would I be going to Brazil? Leo said, why do wrestlers love Bang energy drinks so much? Because they have stupid flavor names and bright colors and claim to have creatine in them, and wrestlers love creatine because they like to look bloated. Sean said, it's 2:45. There's no one in this coffin except you and me. One more for my bearer and one more for the road. Adam said, I was in one of those, if you're gay, you can be healed cults for about a decade. Holy shit. Strangely, they also loved coffee. Your cult does not have as much speaking in tongues, though. Yes, we do, but it's the Jerry Lewis, like, the Hayden and Hayden, wah. Lady. Not a cult. Hoy. Missy said, hasn't The Undertaker been retiring for 10 years? He's like the Rolling Stones. Did the Rolling Stones ever that's it? We mean it. Or they're just like, this might, or they're always like, maybe this is the last one? Maybe this is the last one? Positively E said, RJ is my future ex-husband, but only when he's wearing orange or some kind of citrus. Sure. Squeeze me. Angela's grandma doesn't think I'd fit in a citrus. Leo said Phil Collins allegedly dumped his wife via fax. Good for Phil. Keep it a business relationship. Val said text or DM is better than not just being ghosted after dating for 6 months. Not that I know from experience. Well, these things do happen. And the important thing is that you've had the experience and you now know better to avoid those people. Maybe. Jordan said, I'm putting a moratorium on all Housens and Velsens until further notice. We really flew too close to the Hausen. Nail said, The Undertaker won't leave. I feel like I'm the only person who's not a fan is irritating me. I think this is the one. This is the final farewell. David said, I found a bunch of DVDs I'm going to send you. Great, David. Don't tell me what's on them. And if they're your DVDs of films you were in, it's good because I've run out of firewood. David said, also, welcome to the cult, Julio. Julio, what about Debhausen? SM said, there's going to be a driving show near me next weekend. Should I go? That's up to you. I won't be on it. I would maybe park in the back. Maybe, if you really wanted to go. I just think they're weird experiences and not really conducive to the kind of enjoyment I want out of a wrestling show. That's just me. Leo said, do you prefer limoncello or Orange Cassidy? I love limoncello. It's my favorite instrument. Glenn said, RJ, will you get an anxiety snapback hat? Which reminds me, so much business has been going on. I didn't mention it. I have a Teespring store, and soon enough, you'll start seeing it at the bottom of my videos when I have enough subscribers. It's teespring.com/stores/RJ City. And I think the more you get to a certain level, when certain things are sold, and then it unlocks more items. So that's certainly in the works, but not quite yet. I have anxiety sweatpants, sweatshirt, fanny pack, and phone case. Oh, and pillow, like a black satin pillow, which I thought was nice. I also have a towel with my face on it, which is a great, and it's like this, which is a great Christmas gift. And I have leggings. It's a city skyline, and the Statue of Liberty is holding a French press. And I'm not going to hold it like she's holding it, because I'll spill coffee everywhere, but you get the gist. Nail said, who's on the show, SM? I don't know. Jordan said, also, we need Key to the City members only jackets. They could come if we get to a certain level. Leo said, I was once dumped via birthday card. Did it sing to you? Did you open it? And it was like, we're not doing this anymore. Nail said, oh, and speaking of merch, are you doing a holiday sweater? I have a small window to wear them. Chop, chop. No, I'm not. Basically, what I put out is just get yourself anxiety for Christmas. It's too close right now, especially with everything with everything that's been going on, to put it out and have people order it and make sure it gets there before Christmas. So that's been a little weird and slightly delayed this year. However, on ProWrestlingTees.com/RJ City, there is the RJ City Christmas special shirt. Scroll down, you'll find it. So apropos. Yolanda wants a Key to the City members only jacket. You would also have to design it. I feel like this at this point. Sean said, I was done with Taker after Mania 33, but yes, the Boneyard match was a nice little coda on the whole thing, but I don't think this is a match. This is a farewell. Well, you got to tip your hat, kind of like Cal Ripken Jr. Sean, did you know there's a couple of RJ as waiters gifts? I didn't know that. Nicholas said, wow, Savio Vega is going to be on TV. I'm excited for that. Spot Hunter said, The Joker's Wild was an underrated game show with a host with a face made for radio. I loved Card Sharks. That was really it's an enjoyable. I could watch 5 episodes of Card Sharks in a row. Julio said, I'm the reason you should come to Brazil. A man with a profile picture of David. I've already got one. Adam said, Jerry Lewis speaking in tongues. Laughter. Yolanda said, I'm drinking Rainbow Unicorn. I like green, too. Another cool named energy drink. What do you want from me? Nail said, I don't want RJ to travel that far right. Now, I thought I meant right politically. He's precious. Let's give it a minute. Sean said, when you're as frail as Jagger, I think the potential farewell is implied. Is he frail or is he just really skinny? I don't think he's sickly, Positively, he said, Phil Collins and Eric Bischoff might get along. Thanks, Davey. Nails, you're so sweet. Sean said, Val, you're going to meet someone at one of those ridiculous number of shows you go to. I think so. Neil said, everyone on the video, how many subs do we need to get the store on the video? I think it's 10,000. So get to work, everybody. SM said, remember to hit that like button, everyone. Thank you, SM. You thought of it before I did. Leo, what's your favorite cocktail? You look like a pina colada guy. I was even as a child. I want to make this coffee here. I loved pina coladas. I would have virgin pina coladas. This little eccentric adult child, for some reason, I thought, oh my God, it's pineapple and coconut. Why isn't everyone drinking this all the time? Although I did love it, a Shirley Temple, and I wouldn't mind. There's got to be an alcoholic version of it. It can't be that bad. And I love the maraschino cherry, and maraschino is just another word for fake, really. Let's get this going. Oh, I don't have enough in this. I'm gonna just run out. Hold on, everyone. There we are. And yes, I'm wearing socks because it's cold. It's actually snowing outside. So cut me a little slack. I do have my toe knuckles on, though. That's what's going on underneath. This is set. I'm going to leave it here until the morn. Pangela's grandma said that towel, where did we go? That towel has a brilliant image placement. Thank you. I can wash it with my face. Sean said, oh, he's going to wrestle someone. I think maybe not. I don't think so. Jordan said, with everything that's been going on, a memoir by RJ City. I'm so sick, preemptively sick of I'd be like at a wedding 2 years from now, and they're like, we were supposed to get married 2 years ago, but with everything that's been going on, and then when everything happened, it's like, shut up. Like, I know. I was there. Everyone knows. You don't just be quiet. Spot Center said, Lacey Pemberton was my favorite Card Sharks card turner. That's a hearty debate. Glenn said, if you had a wrestlers only Golden Girls type of show, somebody asks me this question every month. Me, Matt Taven, Colin Delaney, Dalton Castle, and David is Stan. Yolanda said, Val, guess what? I've been single for 5 years too. High five to being single and fabulous. That's a good thing. You don't want to depend on, if you got your shit together on your own, then you're going to be okay no matter what. You're doing it. You're doing a great job. Danny said, no cabin. What is this, Cabin in the Woods? Sean said, I was a virgin strawberry daiquiri guy, but my dad made me stop because they were like $9. That shit ain't cheap. Even the virgin version is not cheap. And it's just like ice and sugar. Nell said, Pro Wrestling Tees are having a Black Friday sale, everyone, starting on the 24th. I need an RJ Corrales shirt so I can have my holy trinity of wrestling Christmas shirts, RJ, Ethan, and Danhausen. That's the trinity? SM said, Jagger isn't frail at all. Neither is Keith. Saw them in 2015, and they can run down long stages very fast. My sister and I were impressed. Impressive. Liz said, nothing wrong with being single. Being single for almost 8 years. Work on you. Better single than in a trapped, shitty relationship. That's positively, that's not the best hashtag. And certainly not true in the innuendo regard. I want people who know. Nail said, Sean tagged you in an RJ Wader gif. His tan is beautiful. I'm great. I can't wait to see this. Nice Sean SM said, Golden Girls equals Grigio guys. Yep, actually pretty much. Pretty much. Pantos Grandma said, nothing wrong with it, but regular cuddles would be nice, especially with the pandemic and all. Oh, you mean with everything that's been going on? Yeah, that's great. There's friends you can cuddle. You can cuddle with whoever you want. You don't have to be dating somebody to cuddle with them. I cuddle with people I don't even know. Julio said, oh, RJ, last week my friend requested you to call David Schwimmer to make coffee in his underwear. Make the dream girl real. I don't want him on the show. Not interested in what he has to say. Brutally Speaking podcast said, you going to grow a beard? No. Like, this is it. So enjoy it, because next time I think it'll be gone. Sean said 100% that's the Nails Trinity. In the name of the city, the ego, and the Holy Hansen. And then he messed up and he's upset. And then he wrote Hausen, damn it, Hausen. Stan Hansen just shows up and gives somebody a lariat. Glenn said, when is the next Grigio guys video? I don't make them. So I don't know. I only do these ones, amongst other things. So just to recap, teespring.com/store/RJ City or ProWrestlingTees.com/RJ City. There's a sale starting on Friday. Get your questions in, my Key to the City members, because I'm recording that tomorrow. So you have until tonight to write it on the thing. What else? I'm trying not to cry. One more for my bearer, one more for the road. And there was something else. It was on top. Oh, thank you to this fine bean bastard right here. That was adorable. And thank you to Mine Underwear. It made me very happy. It's Tangerine. And let us all squeeze the citrus. That is life.